FTW Premier Promo League presents the Reverend Sanctuary with your host, Reverend Gimmie Doe.
Reverend Gimmie Doe, and you are back for another episode of the Reverend Sanctuary, episode 8. Yes, and we are in full effect. And I know you haven't seen the good Reverend in a minute. Well, you do have to understand that the good Reverend had to prepare for his, I guess his debut match of sorts, but a very competitive battle with that perpendicular. I told that man that I had something real holy for his ass, and that can of ass whooping was surely open at FTW Mania. He forgot to put something in the building fund, if you ask me, but neither here nor there. The good Reverend still had to celebrate, still off his high at FTW Mania, but we are here because we highlight these great promo artists in FTW, and since we have one of our own here, but he is also a competitor that competes everywhere in the promoverse, and I got another guest too, making his debut in the Sanctuary, and please believe I made sure he put something in the building fund. If you ask me, he put a nice contribution in there as well. Here to promote an upcoming battle. We are going to do a cross-promotion interview with none other than these two fine PPA promo artists. And these guys quite familiar. We had nothing than the Heathen in the building. The good Heathen, how you doing, my brother? You're looking kind of golden, brother.
My brother, Gimmie Doe. Since my last visit to the Sanctuary, I have saw the light in so many ways, brother, and the Lord has provided, if I say so myself. So, my dear brother, I do hope you enjoy the extra contribution to the building fund on behalf of me and our guest tonight.
Yes, sir. And introduce another man who is quite familiar and well known throughout this promo verse. None other than my good brother, Dr. Quack. Now, this is a certified doctor, not like that fraud perpendicular. This one's certified now.
You got that right there, Reverend. I'm telling you. I hope you enjoyed the wonderful contribution that we could give to you here at Heart and Soul, because that is who we represent.
Yes,
over
sir. Yes,
in this PPA Promo Mania match.
Man, well, let's get to the specifics. So, who's all involved in this matchup? I do believe that there are some familiar faces that the FTW congregation would know about.
Well, you see here, I've got to hold his third title, because you can see the man has a tough time right there. That's a lot of gold to be carrying on your shoulders. He's a strong man, but, got to carry one more for him here. It's myself and the man himself here, 3-title holder Heathen, taking on Hollywood Hayward of FTW. And this kid that wanted to play in this man's game, Austin Wild, excuse me.
I see what you did there, Dr. Quack.
I can't believe this match is happening. Look at my client here. One of the top promo artists in the game.
Yeah, that man is dripped out in a lot of gold. He's dripped out.
He's getting ready to take on a guy who's just thankful to be on the roster.
Oh, my goodness. Such stern words there, Dr. Quack.
I know. And
you spicy. You could come on the Reverend Sanctuary anytime. You spicy.
I don't like, take anything in vain, because, I've learned about this, Reverend. But, this is like an 18-wheeler, no pun intended, taking on a bicycle.
Let me just say this, Reverend Gimmie Doe. You should know, of all people, that I only accompany myself with the best, and who else other than the undefeated in managers' matches The one and only Dr. Quack. So I only roll in the best of circles, my brother.
That is true. I mean, you have become quite fond of a fellowship of the good Reverend. I do say so myself. We'll get to those after hours situations later, but you know, because we do got to celebrate all this gold you're getting, my brother. I mean, that is understandable. So, but look, without giving too much away, Brother Heathen, what do you have in store for Austin Black and Mild? I mean, Austin Wild. see, Dr. Quack, you're rubbing off for me, brother. You welcome here anytime.
Let me just check this down for a minute, because as Dr. Quack mentioned, the gold weighs heavy. But when it comes to Mr. Austin Mild Sauce or Wild, it's more along the lines of making sure that he knows his place in the promo world. He wants to come out and consider himself the best in the business, or whatever other nickname he tries to place on himself. But there's a story behind myself and Mr. Mild. I've chased him from Fed to Fed, and every time that match was even thought about being wrote up, he would vanish. So now that he has no chance of escape through his quote-unquote Jedi Master, as Hayward says, he thinks he honestly stands a chance. But you could put Einstein, Tchaikovsky, and Beethoven, three of the biggest geniuses, whether it be music or anything, into this man's brain, and it wouldn't even cut half of a promo that I'm going to destroy this kid with.
Needless to say, they say that shit for brains.
Anybody in here, they could have sent, some of the best competitors I've seen in the FTW. They could have sent Big Sweet. They could have sent, Mr. Wallace. They could have sent Hollywood Hayward himself. But they sent a tricycle going against the 18-wheeler. This guy has doesn't even belong in here.
I almost take it.
My suit. He does not fall in the promo world.
I almost take it as an insult, Reverend. I
Oh
almost
my
take
goodness.
it as an insult that's the talent that FTW wants to provide me on a cross-promotional show to showcase the best in the business. We know I'm one of the best, but where's the other half of the marquee?
Well, sometimes they say you gotta look things glass half empty or glass half full. That's what they say. I say I look at the collection plate half full, then we got a problem. If you know what I mean. But we do have a wild card in this match, Dr. Quack. He may not be in too good of a mood, because I did see this fella lose his heavyweight championship at FTW Mania, and that is none other than Hollywood Hayward. So let me ask you this: what kind of role do you think this gentleman will play? Because he can't be in his right mind, at least a man of sorrow of right, if I may be right. How do you expect he will be involved in this situation?
I mean, I have a lot of respect for Hollywood Hayward. He is a man that has competed all over the world. He is a very intelligent man, but that's not the problem here. The problem is I don't think Austin Wild, I'll even say his name nicely here, doesn't know how to pay attention to a man like Hollywood Hayward's stature. I think Hollywood Hayward's telling him everything he needs to know, but it's going in one ear and out the other. I mean, Austin Wild is basically, I remember back in your days before you became a reverend, remember when you used to go to the club and you used to see three pretty girls and that one ugly girl, quirky looking one that went off behind them? That's Austin Wild. That's the one that does not fit.
Yeah, and it's funny that you say that because usually those ugly duckling ones, they would get lucky every quarter century. So I know what you mean.
Exactly. I mean,
They won a lot of winning.
Pinkett, you understand?
Yeah, Sister Jenkins, she was a one-hitter quitter, but I love pepperoni, but not on my buttocks of my women. So, you understand that as well. But I do understand what you mean about this Austin Wild fella. But I don't know. I'm getting the sense that you guys are really, disrespecting in a kind of way that this fella's here.
Whenever they send me an opponent, the biggest thing he's got going in his career is his forehead. Yeah, I'm going to take that as an insult.
Let me ask you, Brother Heathen, could you film a drive-in movie off that thing? Could you?
You can land a 747. And
oh, Lord, that's a big forehead. Good golly, Miss Molly. Hey, right, Haywood? Boy, that's a lot of forehead. Oh, my goodness.
Man, I'll just say his head's so big. When God said, "Let there be light," he had to ask Mr. Mild to lean to the left, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, my goodness. I feel bad for his mother that had to push him out. Lord, help that woman. That's a hell of a woman, don't you think, Dr. Quack, to push that out?
Just a little bit.
Well, I need to be biased, and I'm sorry, Austin Matt, if you take my jokes too harsh. I don't mean to offend you. Hopefully one day, if you can put a little something in the collection plate, I have you on the Santcuary as well, so I won't be so harsh on you, sir. But when is the date of this epic, I want to say epic battle, but you guys might...
The epic funeral here is on April 30th. That is when Promo Mania starts. It's a 2-night event. And I do believe we either are on the 30th or we are on May 1st. I don't know which one, but you might want to tune in. Either way, we're there. Just plan for the funeral. I've already signed my name on the docket because I'm going to be...
You fellas are very confident about walking out with the W at PPA Promo Mania. So final words from you gentlemen before I get you guys out of here.
Oh, you want me to go? I'll go there, champ. No problem. I'll just say this. Austin Wild, you better listen to your manager, because if you don't, I don't know if we're going to see you after this show. We might as well just pack it in, put you in the urn, and call it a day. Somebody call Paul Bear. Oh, yeah.
Let me just throw a little something out there for Mr. Hayward. This is just the start of your downfall, good sir, because if I remember right, you're still holding the titles that I haven't collected yet. I'm in a triple threat over in the HSP to determine the #1 contender for your Soulfire Championship, and I got just a little bit more room on that trailer that the Highway Hellraisers have been hauling around here lately, because in case you've been living under a rock, the Hellraisers have been doing quite a damn good job at collecting titles. So what's one more to add to the trailer? And by this point, I think you're going to disappear right behind Mr. Mild by the time the Heathen and the Quack are done with the both of you.
Man, gentlemen, if I didn't say so myself, the 30th couldn't get here quick enough, because you two are on fire. Woo. Austin Wild and Hollywood Hayward, I'll be praying for you. But if you want a chance in this match, you know when to find a Santcuary in the collection plate. I don't know if it's going to help you, but it at least give you a chance. Well, without further ado, thank you to my good brothers, the Heathen, and the good one, Dr. Quack. You are more than welcome to come to the Santcuary at any time, Dr. Quack. If there's any promotion of HSP you want to do, just give the good Reverend a holler and drop something in that plate, and we'll get you right on in here. And oh, Brother Heathen, I think the dancers are here to celebrate. So let's go ahead and cut this short. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Oh, no worries, Dr. Quack. Yes, you are invited as the manager of the champ. You are invited. No worries. So we're going to cut this short. FTW, it's been real. On behalf of the belt collector now, the Heathen, and his manager, Dr. Quack, we got some celebrating to do in the sanctuary. And thank you for tuning in. Yeah, we going to get out of here. Yeah.
Oh, Lord Jesus. The good Reverend is so happy. So happy. Yes. So happy that damn show is over. Time to get down to the real celebration. Yes. Got my papers. Got my grinder. Got my holy herbal. Yes, Jesus, I'm about to come meet you, and I ain't even dead yet. The hell is going on with my lights? What the hell? And who is you?
The death of the false prophets begins. May God forgive Reverend Gimmie Doe, because he knows that I won't be able to forgive him myself.